So today, let's go inside and talk to Ryan.
I come from a family with a history of, heart problems and blood pressure. And so, I knew my blood pressure ranges were, elevated, to the point where if I didn't do any corrective measures, right, I'd probably be facing a heart attack in the future. Growing up, sports were my life. And, I was an athlete and played, football, hockey and baseball, and I was fortunate enough to go play in college. And so I knew how to train as an athlete and knew a little bit from a nutrition standpoint, but certainly wasn't an expert. And then as I transitioned out of sports and became an adult and came into the working world, I maintained some of that, but life gets in the way. You married, you start to have children, and you start to deprioritize yourself. And so, I found myself at a place where, I wasn't working out. I wasn't thinking about like what I was putting into my body. And, you ultimately get to a place where, you're really not happy with, who you are physically and how you feel physically. Part of it is, I knew how to strength train. I knew how to apply cardio, and I know some of the healthier foods to eat, but I didn't have faith in myself or like trust that the effort that I was putting in was going to give me, my best return on my investment. And so I think for guys who are in their 30s and 40s and older, because our time is limited, we want like that like reassurance with whatever we might be eating or whatever workout we might be doing. I lost close to 60 pounds and got myself down to a weight around, 200 some pounds where I haven't been since college. I feel phenomenal just in my everyday life. I have way more energy. I sleep way better, much more regular sleep schedule now. I would say that, my whole like outlook on like nutrition and food has completely changed, and that like it's really viewed as fuel as opposed to, indulgences and like rewards and like, trying to gratify yourself that way. You can set goals, which are great, but if you don't have a plan, right, for long-term and short-term to meet the goals, it's, really they're kind of wishes or dreams, if you will. And so I think what's been fun about this process was, here's what we're doing this week, here's what you're doing this day, here's what you're going to do in the morning, so you can like really dial it down to like, the really, micro level, and you can get very macro with it as well, which I've enjoyed. So for me, like at 43, trying to, accomplish that whole end goal of like getting to like, a body weight, trying to fit in the type of clothes I wanted to fit into. I was proud that I could get it done, but I was more proud that like I learned and like trusted and bought into the process. And so if somebody's on the fence, I can pretty much say that if you're going to try to do it on your own, the odds are against you, because you don't have accountability and you don't have a plan that's going to ensure the maximum ROI for your nutrition and like your strength. But when you team up with Dave, right, he's not only going to put a plan together, but the plan is like custom tailored to exactly what you need, not just based on your goals, but like based on like your body makeup, like your strengths, your areas for development. And from that standpoint, like, it becomes this journey. So like our first phase was like, let's get to the target weight. Now the next phase is like, let's build upon that and like build strength and with that comes confidence and a whole lot of other amazing things.